time is money, and that's with
Yeah.
anything in life. And if you want to maximize your profit with anything in life, you're going to have to put time and effort into it. To maximize it, there's all these different nuances with, are you going to sell it online? Are you going to start setting up at shows? And if
Mhm.
you aren't familiar with it, again, one of the big factors with value is condition, and you have to be able to grade something, relatively accurately. Um, or if you sell it online, you're gonna, get returns or negative feedback, or
Mhm.
so on and so forth. But yeah, the main benefit to selling to a dealer or a shop, someone that is doing this, full time as a profession, is just the ease of the transaction. You don't have to lug all these long boxes around, or whatever. And I always suggest to people too, if you are taking a collection someplace to sell, you know you want to move it all, because you don't want someone just to cherry pick the stuff that makes the collection worth buying. And that can happen. So I would always, if you're going that route, you want to sell all of it at one time, one go, not piecemealing it out. So,
Right.
because again, if you're going to do that, you might as well just sell it all your own and maximize your profits.
Yeah.
So
Well,
selling to a dealer or a shop, it's your convenience fee. You're not gonna get 110% of what something's worth, because there's rent, there's booth rent, there's gas, there's time, there's effort, there's all these different things that go into it.
mhm. Well, yeah, and I think so. I teach econ, and one of the things we talk about is opportunity cost, is like what you're giving up when you do something, and what you really, if you decide to take that route where you want to sell your comics yourself, like you said, there's a lot that goes into it. So, like, let's say you're someone who has like a 9 to 5, I'm saying normal job, just like because most people aren't involved in selling comics, and you've got these comic books. You're going to have to be maintaining an eBay page. You're going to have to be shipping them. You're going to have to be maybe even you decide to go to, like you said, go to a convention or a show or what have you. And that's just going to take a lot of time.
Hmm.
And as we'll get into in the next question, like typically when if you decide to sell to a dealer, they are not going to give you, exact like the raw value of what your books are, because ultimately that dealer needs to turn a profit. I remember when I worked, whether for Nickel Spot or like Chasing Collectibles, people might say like, well, I looked this up on eBay and it's $100, so I'm asking for $100. I think most people understand that that's not how it works. It's like, okay, it's 100. Can you give me 60 or whatever? Um, but that's the thing, is like you are doing a trade-off where like, yes, you aren't getting the 100% value of what your books are worth, but think about your time, what it would take for you to sell every individual thing.